Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Nugpont, and welcome back to another episode of Jumping to Conclusions, the show where we try and determine whether a game is worth your time and money. We'll check out how it runs on PC, a little gameplay, and then make a snap judgment on whether or not it's worth it. Right now, we're looking at Surviving the Aftermath, which comes to us from the fine folks at Ice Flake Studios Oi, a studio without any real notable games under their belt as of yet. They've focused mostly on arcade games thus far, so it'll be interesting to see how they fare with something decidedly more ambitious. So this is a city builder based after the end of the world, so obviously we're going to be having some survival elements thrown in, but it also includes a couple of concepts that are interesting for this type of game. Let's have a look. First, the settings, as it is on computer, so it's worth noting that there are some options, so whether you're running a decent rig or you've got a potato build, you've got lots of options for your resolution. Full screen, borderless is always a good choice. You've got frame rate limits, which are nice to see because they can make a big difference in terms of stutters and whatnot, and the usuals, graphics, texture, anti-aliasing, etc. So they're all in there, so you can tweak this to your heart's content so as to see whether it's worth doing or not. Oftentimes, with a game like this, you don't see these sorts of options in here, so it's nice to see that they're available. It is entirely playable on your controller, as it does come out on Xbox as well. But more important for us, you can swap up some of the key bindings. Nothing worse than having your keys stuck to a specific key. So I'm already about 30 minutes into it, so we'll jump straight into this one here. So we've already passed our first radioactive storm. We've invited some new people into the town itself. We've started building up our gate, and we've got a little bit of it going so far. I'm pleasantly surprised. I wasn't expecting very much from it. Sort of your basic, you build a couple tents, survive a little bit of this. You'll sort of see it all in the first 30 minutes, but it's going pretty well this far. So the idea here is that we've got, what have we got here? So we've got maybe some raiders coming in here. We've built up our gate, which allows us to traverse the overworld as well as welcome people in and just keeps people from coming into it. So this is our starting map area. It's kind of along the same lines as RimWorld, for instance. So you have one section where you build your initial base. You've got your individual folks running around. You can check out what's available to be harvested on the map. You've got your typical things: berries. There's radioactive waste, plastic, garbage, destroyed buildings, etc. Now there isn't going to be a whole lot that you can collect from your starting area. You'll need to branch out, which leads you to the world map, which is kind of interesting. So you've got a fairly massive world, the world. And you've got your starting area here, which is 4 Mile. 4 Mile is just what we ended up naming it here. But you can go, any of these spots. Each round, each day you have your hero character who you sort of... we didn't start the game with them. We only got her recently, which is why we haven't scouted anything. But each day she'll get her action point, so she can check on things. She can go to the farm. The farm produces some jerky, so she's gone down there, picked that up. She'll come back. She can be requested to scout all these other sort of things, so we'll see what she goes from there. I don't know what the danger on these means, whether it's actually hazardous, but that's sort of the gist of where we're at so far. We did just survive a radioactive storm, so things are a little shaky for us. And you have these sort of limited time actions. So this guy comes skating in. It is still in early access, so you can't expect things to be perfect yet. So there's a bandit at the gate. So a man approaches the gate with a heavy backpack bursting out of the seams with blueprints, measuring sticks, and other items. He has all the usual bandit trappings, but is acting in a very un-bandit-like fashion. Oi, might I address whoever's in charge? Whomever is in charge. So he's grammatically correct as well. A master builder is here, and you better listen. Right, so this guy's come in. He will offer us sort of trading items, so we can get components if we get rid of metal. We get some parts for plastic. Does he have anything more exciting? No, that's fine. Well, unfortunately, asking for something more exciting means he thought we were asking for slaves, and now he's fucked off, and we're shit out of luck there. That's fine. So, what have we got? We've got some colonists who are homeless, so we are in the midst of making some more shelters for them. We can speed it up, so what do we have here? Is there anything new to build? You can do an emergency shelter, which might not be that bad an idea for if more people are coming into our town, so we could even just drop one right on the entrance, or we can throw it. Why don't we put it up here just in case? So throw an emergency shelter in there. It's not good. People don't like it. But it does mean that if more people are coming to the town, we at least have space for them. We've got your necessaries like your sawmill. We don't have anyone fishing at the moment because we've got a finite number of people. So we've got 3 carriers and 8 workers and a bunch of kids. We lost one kid. I don't know if she was supposed to die or if it was like if it was a scripted scenario to show me how to work on healing people. I failed it and she ended up dying, but children don't really do so much anyway, so I'm not that upset about it. Oh, colonist Freddy died. There you go. So Freddy's dead, and he will just lay there as a corpse, and everyone will be upset about it. Fortunately, we already have a burial pit built. So let's get someone working on the burial pit. They will go and collect Freddy's corpse. And there we go. So Freddy's gone, buried in there, and we're sorted. So we can... do you have Freddy's corpse? I think so. Alright, so we'll knock you off since you're not doing anything. So a specialist is ready for action. So if we go to the world map, she now has 6 movement points, action points. So we can pick one way to go. We can go to the... What is this? You've got marshland, or we can go to the plains, I think. I'll go to the plains because it's a nice looking area. So if we go down to the plains, she'll scout that, and I think that uses up... Yeah, that uses up everything for her for the day. So we found a bandit lair. Which has resources, but we need to beat them to actually continue. We need to gather everything. So they're locked away in there. That's fine. So let's see. Specialists do not need to carry his resources. That's fine. Move back to the colony. That's fine. So why don't you go back? So when she gets a chance, she will return to the colony, and I will have one more. Does she count as one of my people? I think she does. She'll come back here and we'll be set. Let's get some more people working on this. You got your happiness meter here, so people are pissed because everyone's sick after a radiation storm. We lost a couple of people as well, but that's to be expected. It is the end of time. So we need to figure out a way to clean up all this crap because there's nuclear waste sort of hanging around our sawmill. Now, another nice thing about this is that you have... what is this doing? I don't know what that's doing. Tool shop, right. So all of your industrial buildings, so anything that's creating stuff, any other game you sort of have them and then you've got a certain area where it's done. Fortunately, you can actually move the work areas. So if this runs out, we can set up a new work area here, here, here. It's not as efficient, obviously, because they need to run down to get it, but it does mean that you don't need to worry about building it, moving it, dismantling, anything like that. What do we have? So we have lots of food. We could probably do with a bit more water, so we could build a water pump. So what do we have? We've got, they're not in water, you're in water. So we'll build another one right in there. That's fine. Statistics. So that's nothing important. So you've got your radio station, so you can choose what radio to come through on it. It just changes the background music, which I've turned off anyways. We could throw a trapper. Do we need a trapper? I think we've got lots of food. It's fishing construction material. What do we need? So we're out of material. Oh, we need concrete. So concrete. What do we have? So these guys, what are you getting? Berries? We don't need berries. We need this. What are you getting? Planks. So we can move this. So instead of collecting planks, they are collecting concrete because we've actually got the sawmill's making planks for us. So in our little town, we have people that sort of have scenarios that they need dealing with. So I haven't had anyone of them fail yet. For For instance, what do we have? A couple of colonists spot of some sort of vehicle stuck down a deep crevasse. You might still have some useful stuff left inside of it, but climbing down without proper gear could be dangerous. They want to try it. Nonetheless, claiming it would surely be worth the effort. So here you have the choice, whether you want them to do it or not. As I say, I haven't had anything go wrong yet, but that probably means I'm due. So they go for it. There you go. So one of them's injured. The old 4x4 truck's precarious wedge between rocks. Rocks give away. Loot's gone for good. Alright, so all that happened is I now have someone injured who's going to have to hang out in the medicine or in the medical tent to heal up. Otherwise, she... What do we have? What's the details here? So she's injured. Yeah, there's not much else to tell. So we're back out here, so let's get her back. Are you in my colony? Is that you? Action. Alright, what do we have for the bandits? So you've encountered bandits that have taken over locations. Specialists must defeat them in order to scavenge anything. Attack the bandits by selecting specialists and giving them attack order or to bandit location. The attack value determines how much damage they inflict. The larger the value, the bigger the damage. Especially in the chapter of defense. That's fine. Alright, so what do you... Well, they are a lot better than us, so I don't think we want to go there yet. I don't know if we can level her up or what. But I don't think we want to mess around with bandits as of yet. So let's scout in here first. What do we see? We see a museum. So we can get some science points, which will allow us to increase our tech tree. So we've got a couple options in here, which I haven't really looked at because we don't have any points yet. So colonist Camilla is injured, so she's still hurt. That's fine. She'll get fine. We'll be all right. Okay, so we need a bit more material. So we go to tailor, tool shop. Do we have a tailor yet? Do we need a tailor? I don't think we need a tailor. Do wear down. So we'll need one eventually, but I don't think we have to worry about it yet. So forester does what? Grows saplings. We don't need those. Scrapper, which is that. We've got a recycler and we've got a sawmill. So we'll worry about a forester in a bit. Here we've got a workshop and a tailor. We've got a medical tent, burial pit. We've got the gate. We started doing this, so there isn't too much more we need. We can make a water pump. Don't know when we'll need a water pump, but it probably doesn't hurt to have one built anyway, so we'll throw one in there. What specialists? So you are my specialist. I don't know. Do they level up? Maybe. It's hard to tell. It's hard to know, but they might. Okay, so there's our... Is that our day? Or is that when we're... So we'll see if that's when it renews and we're back to having enough action points for our specialist to go and do something else. So far, it's quite enjoyable, though. There's usually something happening, so there's a bit of downtime from generally evenings. Not a whole lot happens, but you can at least skip through pretty quickly. And I assume once we've got more specialists and whatnot, we can send them off. It reminds me kind of Fallout Shelter. Oh, no, okay. So what is it? Every new day she's got something to do? It's fine. So we'll send her here. You go there. Get me... You get me some research. All right, so that's fine. So have you got, do we have that? Do I have that already? I do. Okay, cool. So just go back, of course. We'll spend the next day or two just collecting all this stuff there. So we've got our tech tree, which I don't think, is there anything we can unlock on it? Yeah, we can do communal eating. So cookhouse and logging camp both boost food production. That's fine. Oh, okay, so we'll unlock some stuff. So that might be worth doing. Production. We get some energy, so we'll get some more building stuff, which would be nice. We can increase the housing. That might be a pretty good shout. Security might not be a bad idea. Exploration. Let's get some nicer houses first. So we'll get some nicer houses, then we'll probably do energy next. Now, can we upgrade these, or do we need to dismantle them? We might need to dismantle them, which is fine. I don't think we have a warehouse yet, do we? No, let's get a warehouse. Let's get a warehouse and put it down here. This is like our main street. So we'll throw a warehouse in. Throw a warehouse right there. That's fine. Serious mutations. Oh. Really? I haven't seen mutations yet. Didn't know there were mutations. We'll see. Maybe they're good mutations. I mean, not all mutations have to be bad, right? Like red hair and that kind of thing. Colonists want to talk. So what do they want to talk about? They approach with sparkling eyes. An old landfill has been found. Probably by the stench. It's nothing too far from here, although it smells absolutely awful. Might have kept the scavengers apart. So we've done this one before. So we've seen the dumpsters, which means they are randomized versus always being the same ones in a specific order. So let's go get it. We got lots of tools, lots of clothing. Let's get rid of some of that. What'd you find? So not much. So we lost 2 clothing. I got 3 clothing, and somebody's infected. All right, well, that's not particularly useful for us. That's fine. So you can go back here, do a bit more of that. Nice. All right, which means we should be able to research. Is there... what else do we have for hazmat engineering and medical center? So those would be good to do, I think, in the not too distant future. But for now, let's get some power up and running, and we'll have another look at. So, do I know what you're infected with? Occupants. Noah. No, I can't see it. That's fine. So our houses, so we can put a tenement. So this gives fairly decent radiation protection. So if we were to, let's just build some tenements. Tenements are a good shout. So we'll put a tenement there. What do we need for that? So we need a couple things. That's fine. We should have lots for that. So we could even, we can knock this down, right? There's no occupants. So we'll knock that down. There's a bit more stuff. Now that's one thing I've noticed is that if you click on, if you dismantle something, it's almost immediate. So you don't have a lot of options for undoing it. So I've dismantled a couple things by accident that I wasn't happy about. Gone before I could even pause the game and undo it, but that's fine. Minor details. So we've got this. You don't have any shirts. Do you not have it? We don't have any clothes? I don't understand. Or he doesn't have a shirt. Why don't you have a shirt? Find or produce more clothing at the tailor. Well, we have lots, don't we? But what we don't have is this. So let's increase priority of that so we can get this built. Which means we can store these things since they're just lying out there potentially deteriorating. I don't know. We have... Do we do communal eating or did we do the security? I think we probably... yeah, let's do this. We'll do the security so that we can get the hazmat and the healthy stuff back. Since we will eventually want that. Can we do this? No? So we found a mysterious wagon. Do we search the wagon? We got tons of planks. So tapes and weapons. Great. So they got radiation sickness, but they did find some tools and junk. What's junk? What does junk do? Anything? Junk. I don't know. You're back. Are you done? Have you scouted everything? And we'll get the last little bit. May as well. 17 will go somewhere. And then you can move on to... We'll go... May as well go down there after. So when you get the chance, we'll head down there and check that one out. Back here we are. So, can we... Is there... I don't think we can build anything on here. No, we have to go searching for it. Oh, oh, oh. You are very radiated, aren't you? You are. You have a major buildup of radiation. And I don't have any iodine or anything to keep you alive. Maybe you... Can you go in there and will that heal you at all? You're being treated. I don't know. Hopefully it's working. You're bouncing around quite a bit, so. You're irradiated and we're injured there. We've got plenty on that. This one is Still looking for berries. You are still getting plastics. You not? You are, yeah. All right, we'll just drag that there a bit more, just in case. This is just about done, right? Yeah? Okay, yeah, we're just building it now. Right. We'll go down here and scout this out. Which gives us a camping site. Yeah, we'll go to the camping site, get some of that stuff. I think we have enough for any of this crap, do we? No, that's fine. Oh, we need to, we need some more of that stuff. We need some more. Samuel is now an adult. Excellent. So we are growing up. So they do grow up. He went from a child to an adult in a couple of days, which is okay. Deposit depleted. That's fine. So we've got... Can we move... Yeah, you got lots of concrete. Can we... I don't know how to increase that. That's fine. I think if we leave it, then our carriers will be the guys that run out there and do all that jazz, which is cool. So we just need a bit more concrete to get that sorted. We really need to build some shirts. We're running out of shirts here, so let's throw a tailor in. Will it fit in there? No, but we can throw it in there. That's gonna do. You, my dear, can go here, gather some stuff. How much are you gonna get? 28 in a go. Good. So then we'll need to send her back eventually. There's an odd fellow at the gates. What do you want? Dr. Wizard MD. Hello, hello, hello. I'm back. Or am I? Was I here before? Never mind. Dr. Wizard MD. At your service. I can fix all ailments with a simple patent-pending formula I brewed with science and magics. He says he can cure everyone. And at this point, everyone's pretty messed up. So, yeah, go for it. Uh-oh. I feel like that's going to be a bad thing. So survivors. We've got more survivors. Excellent. So we've got 2 adults, a child. They're bringing with them, what, sweets, tools, meat, clothing, and we've got Dragon. So Dragon mourns the culture that was lost during the event. She will hoard everything from books to paintings, trying to protect at least some of that legacy. Her knowledge of the arts, and especially architectural, is useful in identifying collapsed buildings and what they might contain. So we got ourselves another specialist who is, she's fine. She's a scavenger, I guess. I'll just have to keep that in mind. So that's fine. We'll take them on. So you're still homeless, but if you guys can go and gather up some stuff, then we'll have a big house here. Can we? Oh, you're ready to go. Right. So you can come back. Did we not select you? Oh, no, you don't have any action points. All right, so you can... I don't think we want to take this on, do we? I don't know if we can join teams. No. You explore down here. And we have a manufactory, which is a factory for manufacturing stuff. This is delightful. All right, that's fine. So that's coming along. That's coming along. There you go. Right. So, this is Surviving the Aftermath. Verdict on it is, yeah, I'm quite keen on continuing this. I'll keep playing it. It's interesting. There's enough going. Like, this is big enough space. I don't know how much stuff there is in it at the moment. We might find that we start to run out, as it still is in early access, and they're planning to run that for a while. Unfortunately, it's only on the Epic Game Store for the time being. And I know Epic Game Store, bad, yada, yada, yada. But it is something that might be worth checking out. It's, I'm curious to see where it goes from here. I do love a base building game like this, especially something that's sort of it's semi-strategy. There's a bit of RPG to it. People die of exhaustion if they're... I don't know why he died of exhaustion. That's fine. We'll deal with it later. But yes, verdict on it is, yeah, it's a buy. It's worth getting if you're looking for something to pass your time with. Absolutely come back and check it out when it's back up and running. In the 1.0 release, we'll touch back on it and see how it goes. But until next time, we'll chat with you later. Cheers.